Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day, happy Sunday, and a wonderful weekend to you. We're taking a look here at Maker, seeing what's going on with MKR. I get a lot of requests for this one. Is it going to break out in short? Certainly looks like it wants to. We have this nice ascending type of trend here, likely running concurrent with the 20-day set moving average if we take a look. And of course, obviously, we got this little trend line here as well, where the price action has had difficulty, you could say, crossing this plane. We've wicked up about 6, maybe 7 times now at this 987 level. So a closure today, or just say round number 1,000 or higher, absolutely in position to be able to continue much further. So again, I'm spitballing there on the numbers, but 987 does appear to be a strong point of contention there. So we'll take a look at that and kind of see what's going on. We'll draw some Fibonacci retracement levels and effectively help us understand the best practice in the big picture here for this coin. We do also want to talk a little bit about our fair value gap down below the price action. So if you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I love teaching people to trade. Hope you can learn something here today. I do love teaching people to trade. I've been trading and teaching for a very long time. We've got a signals group over here on our Discord where we take some healthy profits. Got 35% from a long on Ethereum here recently, and 22% from a Bitcoin that was a short essentially that kind of wicked all the way back down. So cool stuff there. There's also a Premium Plus option for our day trades. Took nice profits there from BNB, XRP, BACH, and of course Litecoin, some of my favorite coins to trade. So be sure to check that out. Awesome community, and just a lot of fun. So thanks again for my community members for making it just an awesome place to be. Last but not least, be sure to take advantage of this exclusive offer from BingX. July 31st is the effective date there. You can only register between now and then for this bonus of $100 and $50 if you just deposit $50 and trade with 3,000 USDT. Super easy with leverage, by the way. So BingX is the way to go. No KYC or VPN required in the US or Canada, most other countries as well. So what we want to look at here, again, I mentioned fair value gap. Not fair value gap, fair value gap, which is essentially just an area in which people will, the price will pull back or retrace to that level because it jumped up too fast without any profits being taken. In other words, if you can see here, there is a fair value gap right in the range of about 725 to 800. Now, there's no guarantees that fair value gaps will get filled, but over time, they are statistically more likely to do so in a lot of cases. Now, this is not one of those cases exactly where we can expect the price to pull back because of that. It is just something to be mindful of. Okay? So I'm not saying you short to that level. But if the price were to come down to that level, that'd be a great place to take a long position. Okay. Again, a lot of times you'll see candle wicks to those points. All right. So again, just kind of letting you know there. But once again, we are ascending positively here with this nice ascending trend line upwards with the price action continuing higher. So we got this higher low pattern so far on the daily. Until that breaks, we can expect it to continue. Trend lines continue until they don't. All right. I know it's kind of a redundancy. It happens until it doesn't, but that's just kind of how trading is, honestly. We got to expect this to continue. That said, we want to also take a look at some other factors here. We got 50 in the RSI holding as a potential support. Didn't even come down that low. Got a little bit of a bounce. Money flow index is coming up a little bit now. We got stochastic RSI telling us here we have this convergence. I typically like to buy the second, not the first, but again, this is the daily, so typically you only get one shot. And with that converging there and the MACD soon to converge here, this does lead us to believe we are more statistically likely to continue upwards from here than down. Again, most of this hinges on Bitcoin success, if you will, right? Because even though it's not following Bitcoin exactly, when you take a look at Bitcoin, it's been kind of stuck in this range for some time, right? And I'm expecting the price to pull back on Bitcoin here soon, but generally speaking, when we look at Maker, if Bitcoin does pull back, we can expect the price to probably pull back at least initially for this coin. So just again, something to kind of pay attention to. Is it definitive 100%? No, not exactly. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the 4-hour and kind of see here. Moving averages are telling us that we're above all three. We like to see this 200-day SMA essentially averaging itself out upwards as well. Very positive there too, letting us know we're on the right side of the tracks. So again, shorting into this coin is fairly risky. Again, it's pretty significant increase here too. And if you take a look at the fair value gaps, there aren't really any because it's been a nice smooth increase here. Okay. So again, there's any profits that needed to be taken have been in this range. So that's a good sign. That said though, take a look at RSI here. We've got RSI coming up, slightly rejecting off 70. And of course, we got our first stochastic divergence here. So this does tell us this momentous trend here could be coming to an end. I wouldn't say it's a significant decrease, but we might see a pullback. Because again, you see here on TD sequential, we can see that we have a 9, basically telling us the 4th previous candlesticks are continuing to count up, letting us know that we have had 72 hours of bullish continuation in the same direction. That tells us in a lot of cases that we are in a position right now where the price will continue. And I misspoke, that's not 72, it's more like 36 hours, but if we see a second effectively a second 9 TD sequential, that's when you really want to short your shirt off. Okay, that's 72 hours. But again, one full day and a half worth of trading, if you will, in the same direction, there's a good chance the price will consider pulling back, which it does look like it's doing so right now. Okay, so that leads us to believe that we're overextended, especially rejecting out this level, and MACD is starting to a little bit of it's starting to subside a little bit. So what does that mean here? So let's take a look at the hourly. We can see a slightly small fair value gap here on the hourly. If there was a pullback, it pulled back to this next Fibonacci retracement level there at 0.382, roughly about 957. That being said, if we exclude that and we just kind of look at overextension here as well, we can see that we hit a 5 previously, got a reset, back up to a 9, and now we're consolidating. So we were overextended going into this push. That's why the price is going sideways. I like when the price goes sideways after we hit a 9 on TD sequential on the hourly. Leads us to believe that the price will probably continue, especially if we couple that with each mobile cloud. We can see we're above the cloud. We have lagging span free and clear of the price action. Conversion lines well above the baseline. So by no stretch is this like a situation where you want to just go long and hard right now. It's more so telling us if you have a long position, you leave it open. Don't consider taking profits just yet because it could still run. But the truth is that at this point, this is fairly overextended as well in the midterm. So to me, it makes sense for the price to pull back at least this next level at 957. So I would consider a long here at about 960 and kind of go from there, right? Now the price may not pull back to that level, and I get a lot of people saying, hey, you missed your opportunity. Yeah, trading is full of missed opportunities. That's literally all it is. All day long, you cannot catch them all. So try not to, be upset at yourself if you miss something, or just say it comes down to 961 and goes up. That happens, okay? Don't worry about it. You'll find other opportunities. That's what trading is all about. Try not to buy into the hype and FOMO in, if you will. Okay. Just some friendly advice. Those are all things I teach in my trading academy. Link down below if you want to become a better trader again and be part of something bigger. We got some phenomenal traders over our community there. Last thing we want to maybe consider taking a look at here would be the 15-minute, and just kind of see if this is telling us that we have any indication. Yeah, stochastic, everything's looking pretty healthy here. Even though we kind of came down there, we're making a little bit of a lower low pattern there. We are essentially creating a higher lows now too. So in truth, there's not a lot really telling us it's going to go down. More signs are pointing up if we can continue to consolidate here. So once again, I always kind of go back to this here. If the price action can consolidate and close above this level, this 0.618 Fibonacci level at about 987, then I think we're going to be in pretty good shape if the price action continue higher. Because again, you can see this is a point of contention. The price has had a difficulty crossing this level here. And 0.618 is always going to be a strong resistance or support level. And I tell people this all the time, if I'm going to ever get another tattoo, it would be a 0.618. That is essentially the number that happens all the time in nature and trading. So yeah, it's no surprise that we're seeing this initial rejection there, and that's the point in which we've seen that difficulty in the past. So to me, a closure above 0.618 at 987 or higher today on the daily will lead me to believe that we're probably likely to continue to consolidate at that level and leg up from there. If the price pulls back, I would think this 0.5 at 957 or 0.382 at 928 would be secondary options there. Let's see if Elliott Wave has any indication of what we're going to do. And according to Elliott Wave, it does look like we were supposed to leg up even further from here. So we should have hit our lowest low here, basically R4, and we're looking for R5. And R5, if you will, because it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern, is always going to be higher than this most recent 3. Okay? So again, 1080 or higher is very likely in this scenario here based on the big picture, but it just depends on what happens between now and then. Do we consolidate and leg up from here? Or do we just go down? Do we go up? Those are things that are still left untold. But again, interesting stuff. I post all these results here on my social media. So of course, over here at Cash Trading, be sure to check that out. It's our Twitter. We have a Telegram as well. All that stuff's linked below. But we have consistent updates here where I send you, potential playout charts. All my videos are there, as well as, of course, everything else you need to become a better trader. Again, the whole point is to help you become better, and I just love playing impactful, positive roles in people's lives. Okay, so again, be sure to check that out. We do have giveaways as well. If you'd like, follow and retweet. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you again so much for joining me here. I look forward to seeing the next one. Take good care.